we have two different order bases. Bases for an n-dimensional vector space V. Okay, so says those bases are, so V is equal to, when first basis we have a vector B1, B2, so on, Bn. These are the small b, and the vector space is denoted by a capital B. And another basis vector is a C, whose means are W1, W2, so on, Wn. Okay. We know that how to calculate V of V. Okay, where V is any vector belongs to this vector space, and V of C. Okay, where this V is any vector belongs to this vector space V. So V is any vectors belongs to the vector space. You know how to calculate this coordinate vectors of V relative to the basis V. Okay, and similarly a coordinate vector of V related to the basis C. I hope you know how to calculate this. Now suppose one is given to you. Suppose this is known to you. Okay, this is known to you. Okay, so can you calculate V of C based on this informations? Yes. So for that we have a tool that is known as a change of basis matrix. When you multiply this with a change of basis matrix, you will get a V of C. Okay, so now what is that change of a basis matrix? So it's a definitions. So let V n-dimensional vector space with ordered basis B and C given in this equation 1, given in 1, then the change of basis matrix, then the change of basis matrix from B to C. If B is known to you, you have to change it from B to a C. Then we should calculate the change of basis matrix from B to C. Okay, if B of V is known to you, okay, and you have to calculate V of C related to a C, coordinate vectors related to a C. Okay, then you should know this change of basis matrix from B to C. Now what is that change of basis matrix? The change of basic matrix from B to C is given as P B to C. This arrow will go from B to C, so it is equal to a B1C, means the coordinate vectors of B1 related to the basis C1. Okay, we are changing from B to C, so the elements, yeah, component of the B are, yeah, vectors of the B are B1, B2 and Bn. So you have to calculate coordinate vectors of B1 related to the basis C. Okay, when you will change this from B to a C. So then next, second column, that will be a B to C, and so on. nth column, that is B and C. Okay, so this will generate a matrix that is called a change of basis matrix. Got it? From B to C. Now we have a result. When you multiply this B of B with this change of basis matrix from B to C, so you will get a B of C. Okay, so when you will multiply this change of basic matrix with a V of V, so you will get a V of C, coordinates of vectors of B related to the basis C. Got it? Similarly, we can calculate the change of basis matrix from B to C. If this B of V is known to you, and you have to calculate V of V. Okay, so similarly, the change of basis matrix from C to B is given as C to B, so it is equal to a, now C is known to you. Okay, so corresponding to C, in a C, what are the vector W1, W2, W1? So you have to calculate the coordinate vectors of the W vector of W1 related to the basis V. Okay, that will give you the first column of this change of basis matrix from C to B. So W1 related to a B, then W2 related to a B, so on, Wn related to a V. Okay, so this is called a change of basis matrix from C to V. Okay, and then this, when you multiply this matrix with V of C, so you will get a V of V. Okay, got it? So now let's take an example. Let V, first vector is a 1 2, second is a 3 4, and C, which is first vector is a 7 3, second is a 4 2, are two ordered bases of R square. Okay, and V is equal to a vector 1 0. Okay, that belongs to a R square, is a vector of a R square. Okay, then number 1, determine V of B and V of C. B, find B, B to C, change of basis matrix B to C, and change of basis matrix from C to B. Okay, third, using B, or you can say using change of basis matrix, compute using B, compute B of C. Okay, and compare your answer with A. with the A. Okay. Now let's start. Determine the B of V and B of C. So fusion. So in a B, in a basis B, so let me denote the vectors by V1 and V2. Okay. So let first vector is denoted by a small v1, so it is a 1 2 here, and the second is a b2, which is a 3 4. Okay, and the vectors of basis C, that is denoted by w1 and w2. That is w1 is this, and w2 is a second vector of the basis C. Okay, now determine B of B and B of C. So part A. Okay. So suppose you know this, how to calculate this coordinate vectors of V related to the basis V. So it is equal to, let it is equal to a scalar multiple of the vectors of V for some scalar alpha and beta. Okay. Now further simplify this. So V is a given vector V is a 1 0. So it is a 1 comma 0 is equal to alpha time V1 is a 1 comma 2, V2 is a 3 comma 4. 1 comma 2 plus beta times B2 is a 3 comma 4. So this implies 1 is equal to a alpha plus 3 beta, and 0 is equal to a 2 alpha plus 4 beta. Okay, now simplify this. What is the answer of the alpha 1 and alpha 2? Yes, बताओ जल्दी से. What is the alpha 1? Alpha. What is the beta? Hello? Are you present or not? Yes?
Sir, alpha minus 2 and beta 1.
Okay. Alpha minus 2 and beta is equal to a 1. Okay. So these will give you the coordinate vectors of V relative to the basis. So it is equal to a minus 2 and a 1. So now similarly you can calculate V of C. Okay, the coordinate vectors of a V related to a basis C. So suppose V is equal to alpha time W1 plus beta time W2 for some scalar alpha and beta. So now it is a 1 comma 0 is equal to alpha times W1. W1 is a 7 comma 3 and W2, so that is a 4 comma 2. Okay, so this implies 1 is equal to a 7 alpha plus 4 beta, and 0 is equal to a 3 alpha plus 2 beta. So if you will simplify this, what is the value of the alpha? Alpha you will get, so that is equal to a 1, and beta you will get, that is a minus 1.5. Okay, therefore V of C is equal to a 1 minus 1.5. Okay, so this is a part A. Then part B, calculate change of basis matrix. Hence, change of basis matrix from first should calculate C to B now. Okay, So element of the C are the W1 and W2. So W1 B and W2 B. So now what is the W1 B and W2 B? Calculate its value. So consider this W1 is equal to alpha times V1 plus beta time V2. Okay, so now this vectors alpha beta that will give you this W1V for some scalars alpha and beta. Okay, so now this is implies what is the W1? W1 is a 7,3. 3 is equal to alpha times V1 calculate करो V1 is a 1,2 plus beta times V2, 4. This implies 7 is equal to alpha plus 3 beta and 3 is equal to a 2 alpha plus 4 beta. So what is the value of the alpha here and what is the beta? Yes, alpha is minus 9.5, beta is 5.5. So this 4, therefore this W1B is equal to minus 9.5 and 5.5. Now similarly calculate this W2B. Arya, calculate its value. What is W2B? Yes. कैलकुलेट करो इसका वैल्यू जल्दी से. हरी अप प्लीज. Which is W2 is a 4,2 B. So it is equal to the yes. कर सकते हैं आप कैलकुलेट को. Yes. Similarly, you have to calculate 4,2 is equal to a alpha times 1,2 plus beta times 3,4. What is the answer? Yes.
Doing, sir.
Okay. This is the coordinate vectors of W2 related to the basis B. You are taking a lot of time. You will get a 2 cross 2 system just. Okay. it will be -5 and 3. Okay, so therefore this E change of basis matrix from C to V, so that is equal to a W1V, that will constitute the first column, so minus 9.5, second is a 5.5, and W2B, that will constitute the second column of this matrix, minus 5.3. So this is answer. So similarly, you can calculate C B2C. So this is equal to a V1C and B2C. So calculate B1C and B2C. Yes. You have to calculate this B1C and B2C. In a similar way, you have to calculate. Already we have done the coordinate vectors. This is nothing, it is the coordinate vectors of a B1 related to the basis C. So that is, suppose B1 is equal to alpha times first vector of the basis C, that is W1 plus beta times second vectors of the basis C, that is W2. So this alpha and beta, that will give you the column vectors. It will give you this B1C. So what is the value? W2B आ गया सबका? सही आया ये आंसर?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. सही है.
Okay. So B1C और B2C. So V1C, that you will get, it is a -3 and 5.5. So B2C, that you will get the -5 and 3. Okay, I hope you can do these calculations now. Okay, it's not difficult for you now. Then part C. Now using B, question is using B, compute B of C. So since we know B of C is equal to a, we have results B of C, that is equal to a change of basis matrix from B to C into B of B. So B of B is known to us. Okay, so based on this, we will calculate B of C. So what is the change of basis matrix from B to C? -3, -5, 5.5 and 3. B of B, we have already calculated B of B, so B of B is a -2, 1. B of B is -2, 1. Now further simplify this, it is equal to a -3 -2, that is a 6, -5 into 1, that is a -5, -2 into 5.5, that is a -11. There is something wrong. B2C. B2C is minus 3, minus 5, 5.5 into, okay, this is only I have written, this is the 9.5, okay, 9.5. So plus 9.5, this is equal to it is a 1, and this will become minus 1.5. And already we have calculated in the part A, okay, what is B of C? That is 1 and minus 1.5. So same you will get here by using the change of basis matrix. Okay, so got it? What is the concept? What is the change of basis matrix? Okay, this tool is used to compute the coordinate vectors related to another basis. When you have information about the coordinate vectors of the same vector with respect to one another basis. Okay, so this is a tool for. Is there any questions? Yes. No questions. So should I move? Okay. अगर कोई क्वेश्चन हो आप पूछ सकते हो. क्लियर हो गया चेंज ऑफ बेसिस मैट्रिक्स कैसे लिखना है और चेंज ऑफ बेसिस मैट्रिक्स का इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है, कहाँ इसको हम यूज कर रहे हैं. ओके नेक्स्ट इज लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस. So let V and W be two vector space with the same set of scalars. Then a function which is defined from function t from V to W is called a linear transformation. Is a linear transformation of V into W or from V into W. W if it satisfies the following properties. If it satisfies the following property. Now what are the properties? Number first, T of U plus V should equal to a T of U plus T of V. Okay, for all U and V in vector space V. Okay, for all is U and V are vectors belongs to a V. So for all U and V, this property should satisfy. Number second, A of alpha U should equal to alpha times TU. Okay, for all U in V and all scalars alpha. Okay, if these two properties will satisfy, then your vector is said to be a vector space. Now let's take an example. Check the linearity of the following transformations of the transformation T from R cube to a R square defined by T of x1, x2, x3 is equal to a x1 plus 2 times x3, x1 minus x2. Okay, so which is defined by this. Now check whether this transformation is a linear transformations or not. The solution. Let we will take two vectors. Let x is a x1, x2, and x3, and y, which is equal to a y1, y2, y3, be two vectors of R cube. Be of R cube. Okay. Now to check the linearity of the given functions, we have to verify these two properties. Okay. So to check the linearity of a given function, we have to verify the following two properties. Okay, of these two properties. Okay, number first, t of x plus y should equal to a t of x plus t of y, and second, t of alpha x should equal to alpha times t of x. Okay, if these two properties are satisfied, then you will say that your transformations T is a linear transformation. Now let's check this one by one. So first, T of x plus y. So now it is equal to a, I hope you know how to calculate these two vectors x and y. When you will add their corresponding components, they will be added up. So it will become x plus y is equal to a x1 y1 comma x2 plus y2 comma x3 plus y3. Okay, so it will become x1 plus y1 x2 plus y2 x3 plus y3. Okay, and now why this definition of this transformations t of x1 x2 x3, that is equal to a first component x1 plus 2 times third component. So similarly here, first component is a x1 plus y1 plus 2 times third component is this x3 plus y3. Okay, and second component of this transformation is a x1 minus x2 is the first component of the vector minus a second component of the vectors. Okay, so here it is the first component is a x1 plus y1 minus second component, that is a x2 plus y2. Okay, so we can rewrite this because all are scalars here. So we can rewrite this x1 plus 2 times x3. We can combine this plus y1 plus 2 times y3. Okay, and here x1 minus x2 we can combine, and y1 minus y2 we can combine. Okay, so now this vector you can return as a sum of the two vectors. In a first vector, the first component is x1 plus 2 times x3. Second component is x1 minus x2 plus second vector is the first component is y1 plus 2 times y3. Second component is y1 minus y2. Okay, so now from the definition, this is nothing, it is a t of x1, x2 and x3 plus, and this is a y1, y2 and y3. Okay, so now this is equal to a t of x and this is t of y. So first property is satisfied. Now second property, t of alpha x. So now it is equal to a t of alpha x. When you multiply any vector with the alpha, so each component will be multiplied with that scalar. Na? So you will get it is equal to alpha times x1, alpha times x2, alpha times x3. Okay. Now by the basic definition, by this definition of this t is equal to this first component plus 2 times third component. So it is equal to a first component plus 2 times third component, and the second component of this transformation is the first component of this vector minus a second component of this vector. Now if you will take a alpha here common, then you will get alpha into x1 plus 2 times x3 and x1 minus x2. So when you will multiply this vector with the alpha, you will get this vector now. Because okay, so now this is equal to a alpha time, and this is nothing, it is a t of x1, x2, x3. Okay, and which is a t of x. So second property is also satisfied. Okay, so hence the given functions t is a linear transformation. Hence given function t is a linear transformation. Is it clear? Is there any doubt? Okay. So I will give you some more example. Check the linearity of the transformations T from R cube to a R cube. Okay, defined by T of x1 to x3 is equal to a x1 x2 square x cube. Okay, now can you check this whether it is a linear transformation or not? Yes, बताओ लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है कि नहीं है ये? Yes. So we should take two vectors x1, x2, 3 and y, y1, y2, y3. D two vectors of R cube. Now calculate the first property T of x plus y. Okay. that is equal to a t of x1 plus y1, x2 plus y2, x3 plus y3, and this is equal to a x1 plus y1. So this transformation defines first component as it is, second component will become square of the second component. So it is a x2 plus y2 plus square. Third component remain as it is. Okay. So this is your vector after these transformations. Now t of x plus t of y, that is equal to a x1 x2 square into x3 and t of y, that will become equal to a y1 by 2 square into y cube. So now it is equal to a corresponding component will be added up here. So x2 square plus y2 square comma x3 plus y3. Okay, is both are equal, t of xy and t of x plus t of y? So two vectors, if this and this vector are equal, then you will say that t of x plus y is equal to t of x plus t of y. So is these two vectors are equal? Yes?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, because two vectors will
No,
be
sir.
equal if the corresponding components are same. Okay, but here first component are same, but second component are not equal. Okay, since x2 plus y2 ka square is not equal to a x2 square plus y2 square. Okay, so which implies t of x plus y is not equal to a t of x plus t of y. So hence given transformation is not a linear transformation. Hence t is not a linear transformation. Got it? Now I will give you one more example as an exercise. Okay, check the linearity of the transformation t from P2 to a P3. It's a polynomial set of polynomial P2 of degree 2, and it's a polynomial of degree 3, set of polynomial of degree 3. So defined by P of x. P of x is any polynomial belongs to a P2 is equal to a x P of x. Now, is it a linear transformation? Check करो इसको. Check करो, is it a linear transformation? Yes. Is it a linear transformations? Yes. So both the property, let Px and Qx be two vector of P2. Okay, then T of P of x plus Q of x. So that is equal to, by definition, x into P of x Q of x. So it is a x into P of x plus x into Q of x. So it is a T of P of x plus T of Q of x. तो ऐसे आपको सॉल्व करके देखना है उसको प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई कर रही है कि नहीं. ओके, सो बोथ प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई करेगी. वो सिंपल क्वेश्चन है ये. कोई डाउट? यस. कोई डाउट नहीं. So let P of x and Q of x be the vector of P2. Okay. So first property, T of P of x plus Q of x. So by this definition, it is equal to a x time P of x plus Q of x. So we know it is equal to a x time P of x polynomial plus x time Q of x polynomial. So x P of x is a T of P of x, and this is a T of Q of x. So this property is satisfied here. Okay. Second property, T of alpha P of x. Okay. So now it is equal to a, by definition it is equal to a, by this definition it is a x into alpha P of x. So which is equal to a alpha into x of P of x, and which is alpha, and this is a T of P of x. So this is also satisfied, hence T is a linear transformations, is a linear transformation. Got it? तो ये दोनों प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई करेंगी तो दैट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज द लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. ओके, if any doubt you can ask the questions in the next lecture or in. Okay, so time is over, so you can leave the class. Otherwise, if you have any question, you can ask. Any query? Yes, any query? Otherwise, you can leave the class. Okay, I will share the PPTs. Okay, these notes I have prepared, I will share this. Okay, but you have to do auto practice. You have to solve some different questions. ओके, ऐसा नहीं है यहीं पे जवाब यही रीड करना है. मैथ्स में जितने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करोगे उतना जवाब आपका स्किल इंप्रूव होगा.
ओके सर.
और साथ साथ में करने की कोशिश क्या करो, को शेयर करके इनको लेके कुछ नहीं हो. मैथ्स में जितना प्रैक्टिस करोगे, जितने डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन करोगे उतना ही आपके लिए अच्छा है.